Good morning. How are y'all doing? I'm here in Houston, Texas. Let me know where y'all watching from. I know not everyone's happy right now because of what the Senate parliamentarian has told us twice now about immigration, and we're going to share some more news about that and my opinion. So stay tuned all the way, and you'll get also a free 15-minute code for a preliminary consultation at the end of the show. So stay tuned. All right, friends, welcome to Green Card Guys TV. I know this is a uh, early morning, Friday TGIF. If you're just now tuning in for the first time to our channel, my name is John Ting. Welcome, and I practice immigration law in all 50 states, America, and across the world. So, even though my physical office is in Houston, Texas, yes, we actually have a physical office. We're legit. We help with cases, clients who live anywhere in the world. So if you have questions, we even have a video conference or even by WhatsApp. If you want to have a consultation, we're happy to conduct it in that way. It doesn't just have to be traditional phone. We want to be available for you to answer any questions. We're just trying to point you in the right direction. If you have one or two questions, we do offer a free consultation, 15 minutes, but you do need to share the secret code that we'll share with you at the end of the show. And of course, if you've been watching us for a while, you already know about it. But if you're new to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe down below and click the bell to get all the future notifications for our news. So on Fridays, I usually provide a weekly news roundup, and I'll go ahead and talk about the reform. Okay, I know everyone loves talking about it right now. It's a hot topic. I like it. But to a certain extent, we can't. I know some of y'all out there have been commenting on the channel, and I appreciate it. A lot of y'all comment. Let me know what you think in general about the outlook for the future. Knowing that the Democrats have, a very slight majority, 50+1 with Kamala Harris as a tiebreaker, and of course, slight majority in the House of Representatives. Knowing that we have slight majority, okay, well, I say we, but Democrats in the Senate and House only for one more year. We're in September already. It's been 9 months. I mean, January we get January 20th is when it started. So, we have another year until midterms is what I'm saying. So something needs to happen. Okay, if you are looking for immigration reform, something needs to happen through Congress. I know, and I get a comment here. Hi, Marlene. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay, so you got a question. How about immigration plan C? Look, I'm not going to make anything up. I honestly don't think they have a plan C. I think, well, let me put it this way. I think plan C is going through the traditional way and getting a bipartisan plan. I talked about two proposals earlier this week on Tuesday. So I'm not gonna be able to share the screen right now. But if you want to learn more about it, please check out this previous Tuesday's live episode. So it should be on there, and it talks more about a proposal in a bipartisan way. Can you believe it? I mean, it's only like 4 or 5 senators, but a majority of them are actually Republican. Now, granted, it doesn't cover everyone. Okay. And I mentioned in a community post earlier this week that today I'm going to provide my proposal. This is JT's take on what should be done in Congress. Okay. I kind of briefly mentioned this in previous episodes. And I hope some politicians are watching, because I hate to say, we can't assume every politician knows everything about every single topic that someone's concerned about. But clearly this year is about immigration, of course, and climate change and increasing minimum wage and childcare, providing more childcare opportunities or funding for that. Love, let's see. Well, I'll answer some. I see you have some comments as questions. Welcome to drop in the comments if you have a question. I'll see if I can answer it towards the end of the show. But in terms of, because everyone wants to know about immigration reform, I do have news about DACA. I'll talk about a little bit later. But in terms of reform, what I believe should be Plan C. I don't know if this is backwards. You should be seeing the letter C. What I believe should be Plan C is a bipartisan way. I know it sounds ridiculous because if that was the case, why wouldn't they have done that already? But every political party, the opposing side likes to oppose. So they will wait until the last second, right? Just like the budget, things like that. So they every opposing party wants to push back all the time. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, there was a proposal by uh, Republicans Rand Paul, Susan Collins, Senator Alex Padilla out of California. He's a Democrat. The first two are Republican. Also by Democrat Dick Durbin. Everyone knows that lovely fellow. He's always pretty much every week talking about immigration on the Senate floor. So speaking of the Senate floor, there needs to be a proposal that just is good enough to start discussion that the Republicans are happy with as a discussion starter. Okay. If you can imagine just negotiating, I don't know, like a car dealership or something, I don't know, like something like that. And a car is worth 50,000. You go in strong and say you want it for 20,000. It's not going to work. They're not going to agree with you. Right. You need to you need to start the engines slowly. Okay. So this is how politics work. Okay. You can't ask for a bill that will provide pathway for 8 million people. If that was the case, why didn't they do that the past 30 years? Okay. It has to be done a delicate way. And I know you might not like this, but look, the first two pathways through budget reconciliation did not work clearly. I know some of y'all thought just changing the date on the registry was not a policy change. No, that's wrong. It is a policy change. It's very, I don't know, obvious to me, but I have a different perspective. And that doesn't mean I don't want immigration reform to happen. It should happen, and it should have happened 30 years ago. It should happen every 5 years at least, some kind of progress, because there's a lot of y'all watching, and I know you're waiting, right? But even when something passes, I think it will still take a while, but even when something passes, you got to make sure you hire the right attorney. Okay. First of all, if you do go hire someone, please hire a licensed attorney. Look, I would love your business. I would love to help you. There's several good immigration lawyers I know, especially if you want someone in person, face to face. I totally get that. We do offer video conference. We're legit. You can find us online. But my point is, please do not hire a notario, a notary, okay, or like an immigration consultant, or someone says, "Oh, I used to work for a law firm. I'm a paralegal." Okay, yes, well then show me your certificate. But even if you're even if you're have a certificate paralegal, doesn't have you don't have a license to practice law. So that's my quick rant. A pro tip: please be careful. Okay, even if you're eligible for something now, I mean, okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. I think you know this, but filling out some forms, anyone can do that. It's not about that. That's not why you hire a lawyer. It's about, yeah, sure, the convenience, but also um, verification that you're eligible for the process, okay, to apply, right? Some people, even if you don't have crimes, but there's something in immigration history that can affect your case, okay? So I do see some question I could try to answer. This is a pretty important one. I'll try to go one by one. Do I think they will remove the 3 to 10 year bar? I would love that. I mean, I believe I recall making a video, creating a episode, had a show about this on the Citizenship Act of 2021 that was proposed by Senator Melendez out of New Jersey. I believe it covered that. But again, that's one of those that if that's in the proposal, it's Republicans are not going to be down for that. Otherwise, they would have been down for it before. Okay, that's a law that was created in 1996. Okay, so I would love it for it to be gone, the 3 and 10 year bar, and have it as a additional waiver process. Look, I mean, I thought we had a pretty decent chance with Plan A and at least Plan A, because it required a substantial monetary uh, well, some people could call it a fine because I think it depended on the situation, but I think it ranged from, in addition to the regular government fee, at least another $1,500 to $2,500. It doesn't mean premium processing. It's just a penalty. If you know about 245I, there's an extra penalty of $1,000 to be covered under that if you're eligible. By the way, real quick, if 245I is for anyone grandfathered that had a petition filed for them before April 30th, 2001. Okay, so just dropping some knowledge here. If you have questions, please drop in the comments or just have a comment in general. Let me know how you're feeling about this nonsense from the Senate. Look, the Elizabeth McDonald, I'm probably pronouncing her name wrong. So if you're watching Elizabeth, I apologize, but you're not in the media, right? You're in a situation where you're supposed to be neutral. She's supposed to be neutral and unbiased. And I hate to say this out loud, but it's true. I think she's doing a good job. She's following the law, the precedent. Some people might not agree with me, but apparently there's a way around her. Okay, the Democrats can do it, and apparently Republicans have done something similar when they wanted to get I believe it was certain justices in the Supreme Court or just judges in the district court, federal level. So I recall that this happened before, and it seems possible to bypass the Senate parliamentarian. Okay, there's rules in place for a reason. Okay, if you don't agree with me that this is Plan B, it was not a policy change, drop it in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling. And by the way, if you enjoy our content, you know what to do. Kindly smash the like button, and if you're on Instagram, please hit the heart button. But okay, so let's see here. I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but let's see. Oh, hi. Nice to see you from Chicago, Ali. Okay, love, you asked a question about, is it green card or visa? I think part of the question is missing because I'm not sure what your full question is, but drop in the comment again, please. Yes, very sad decision. Well, not so much from the Senate, it's kind of from the parliamentarian, but I think there's chances a different way. So what are the chances? It's hard to say because we don't have a Plan C. There are like I said, a bipartisan pathway that was proposed, but it's not for everyone, friends. It's not for 6 to 8 million people. I know it's frustrating, but you just need to know the truth. So I was jumping around, but here it is. Here's JT's take on what should happen with immigration reform now. And as I mentioned, bipartisan, right? But it cannot include everyone. But it just needs to get into the House floor or the Senate floor. In this situation, because of numbers, the Senate floor, okay? There has to be something, right? I mentioned I think a month ago, Senator Cornyn out of Texas, hey, my lovely state of Texas, Republican Senator John Cornyn said he agrees with a pathway, but only for dreamers. I don't think he even mentioned TPS holders. I mean, TPS holders, honestly, I don't think we're in the conversation until early this year. Okay. And because pandemic, they're talking about essential workers, of course, the past 2 years. All of y'all should be in this plan. But as I mentioned, the plans didn't work. It didn't even get through the front door. Okay. We got to get in the door. We got to get in the House. We got to get in the Senate, into Congress floor. Just getting in doesn't mean, okay, it's up for a vote that quickly. It doesn't happen that way. Okay. I know there's some videos out there. They say, oh, voted on this, voted for that. It's just a procedural thing. It's very early on in the process. Please don't don't misrely on some information that just because of a vote that means that is approved, like as a final thing, as a law. It's very procedural. There's several stages of votes. Okay, so we need to get a proposal onto the Senate congressional floor for discussion, for debate, and that will start the process for filing amendments, right? Because maybe I'm just going to give you an example. Maybe like I said in previous shows that I said, if let's say the Citizenship Act or Plan A had January 1st, 2021 as a cutoff date, which they did, that was a proposal. then Republicans will file an amendment if it had gone onto the debate for floor. Republicans, I can guarantee that. I can't guarantee everything as a lawyer, but I can guarantee one Republican and a 50 would have said file an amendment with to change the cutoff date and say maybe January 1st, 2010. That's just the process, friends. And then there's going to be a vote on each amendment. That's why laws or proposals generally take a long time, even when they finally get to debate on the floor. Okay. So even if there's a bipartisan plan yes, I mentioned it was proposed already this, I think September 15th. If that were to get on the floor, that doesn't mean it's going to happen next week for the final vote. It still takes a while, friends. Okay. So I really don't want you to be misled. We're trying to give the truth here. I know no lawyer on YouTube is trying to rely on or misrepresent something, but I know all y'all excited. Okay. All y'all excited. I'm just here to share more transparently what each process means. Okay. Hey, I've never been a politician, right? And I don't plan on being one, but I have plenty of colleagues who are. And I can say, not every politician knows everything, right? So here's my plea to you. There's my ask. If you're looking for reform, you need to contact your politician, your elected official. You can go to our website. You can find out on our website, greencardguys.com. You can go there and there's a link on the resource page. There's another link on that page that you can find out who your politician is. And you need to contact them. And I'm not saying you need to call them. You could email them. You don't have to provide your immigration status. I know some of y'all are concerned about that. But the more that politicians know that you care about immigration reform, I know y'all do. The viewership is up. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching my channel, because myself and other immigration attorneys are covering this. Hey, by the way, if you're watching someone who's not an immigration lawyer or not a lawyer in the first place, please be careful. I know it's very easy to sound knowledgeable on YouTube. I get it, but please be careful. Okay, verify that person's background. All right, because I just think it's honestly nuts that there's a lot of followers for someone who doesn't have any license. And people call our office and say they hired the consultant who does not have a license to practice law, and their case got butchered. And unfortunately, sometimes they have to go to appear in immigration court. And anytime someone refers to immigration court, that means the process for deportation. Now, not trying to scare anyone, there are usually several hearings, court hearings, and the first hearing does not mean that someone is going to get it deported. But you just don't want to be in that situation if you're not eligible for something. Okay. All right, George, you agree with me? Appreciate it. Even if you don't agree with me, it's cool. You don't have to, but drop in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Okay. Let's see. We got some other comments. If you have, okay, Mark. Yeah, you did say more things here. She cannot make a rule. The Democrats are hiding under her. Yeah, she definitely is not the pathway at this point. I mean, I know some of y'all asking about Plan C, but now it's going to revert to what they're going to Plan A back again. I honestly thought this was like Plan F because they had several proposals before. But anyways, let's see here. Let's see if there's other questions that maybe I can help solve, but I have to jump off very soon in a minute here. Okay. But by the way, hoping for something to happen. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Well, I have to jump off. I know there's a couple more questions left, Pre. If you don't mind commenting after the show, because unfortunately, I do have to jump off. But I'm going to share a free code, okay? If you do need a consultation, it's Green Card Guys, okay? It's not so secret, but if your first time watching, here it is, okay, friends? Greatly appreciate it. Just share that with our cares team when you call in or you text. We're happy to schedule a time. And also, if you have time, you're at a computer or your phone, go to our website, greencardguys.com, and fill out the intake form. You go to the contact page, okay, friends? And until next time, I know there's so much to talk about, but I got to run to an appointment. We'll talk soon.